Let's have a look at environmental personhood around the world. First, Australia. In 2017, the Wanganui River was recognized as a legal person. What does that mean? It describes the formal recognition of any entity, human or non-human, as a person in the eyes of the law. It means it has legal standing, the right to sue, the right to enter and enforce into legal contracts, to own property, but it also comes with obligations. Not to be confused with human rights, which include civil and political rights, although certain countries have granted those as well. Personhood can also be given to animals. For example, here's Happy the elephant, a longtime resident of the Bronx Zoo. Somebody asked for it, but she was denied personhood in June of 2022 at a court of appeals. Corporations can also have legal personhood. This goes back to 800 BC in India and also the Roman Republic. In the US, there's ongoing legal debate about this. I have thoughts about this, but that's another explainer video. And soon, technology as well. It can also have personhood, like AI. What do you think of that? Ooh, wine. Yes, this relates, really, true. There are environmental personhood cases recorded as early as the 16th century. In France, villagers of Saint-Julien went to court against the weevil population. Weevils were accused of destroying local vineyards. The judge ruled in favor of the weevils, noting their intrinsic right to exist as creatures of God. By the way, there are few wineries for sale in southern France. In the US in 1972, Christopher Stone proposed legal rights for trees. Mr. Stone was on faculty of the University of Southern California Law School. He makes a compelling legal argument in his article, Should Trees Have Standing? Sadly, he passed away 3 days ago on May 14, 2023, at the age of 83. Sad face. Professor Stone referred to a Supreme Court case, Sierra Club versus Morton. The Sierra Club had sued Rogers Morton, the then Secretary of the Interior, to prevent the Walt Disney Company from building a resort on public land in California, also known as, I forget. In a 4-3 decision, the judges concurred with the appeals court, concluding that the Sierra Club did not have standing to sue. The Sierra Club needed to show injury to one of their members. Mineral King, that's the name, was never developed and was absorbed into Sequoia National Park. 7 countries have legally recorded the rights of nature: Ecuador, New Zealand, Colombia, Australia, Bangladesh, India, and the United States. However, in the United States, it has not happened at the Supreme Court level. It has been at the community level. For example, in Pennsylvania, Tamaqua became the first community to pass an ordinance recognizing the rights of the ecosystem in the area, which were being degraded by sewage sludge being dumped on farmland. Another case, Manoomin versus Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. In 2018, the White Earth Band of the Chippewa Nation adopted a tribal law recognizing the rights of wild rice. The rights of Manoomin law is the first tribal law to recognize the legally enforceable rights of a plant or animal species. The Manoomin did this also to try and stop the oil pipeline construction. As far as I can tell, the case has not been settled. In 2008, Ecuador became the first country to grant legal rights to nature in their constitution. It allows citizens to sue on behalf of nature, which happened in 2011. A ruling by a provincial court in Ecuador recognized the rights of Vilcabamba River, that they were violated by road construction. It became the first ruling in favor of rights of nature in the world. In India, 2017, High Court of Uttarakhand declared the Ganges and the Yamuna River, along with their tributaries and streams, as living entities, possessing the status of legal persons. The Yamuna and Ganges rivers are sacred places of spiritual significance for the Hindu culture. Isn't that pretty? However, this is reality 2 years later, 2019. So is legal personhood really helping? Well, it is changing social mindset or societal mindset. On the upside, environmental personhood can stop somebody from owning, using, polluting, or destroying the natural environment for gain or profit. It provides an increased future potential for resource management and environmental protection. But obtaining it is tricky. An individual must take responsibility. It requires adequate funding to be able to represent yourself and them in court. The person also needs to be independent from government. If the court rejects the injuries, there's no compensation, and the cost to damage to the environment stays unknown. If due consideration is not given, damages to other potential plaintiffs, environmental entities, would be insufficient to cover litigation costs, and the actual effectiveness of granting personhood is, as it can tell, highly debated. Other critiques. If anything can become a legal person, does it diminish what it mean to be an actual person, a conscious, self-reflective, and emotional being? Does it undermine efforts for others who truly deserve the special status? Is environmental personhood right? And is it helping? What do you think? And thank you to the Academy, our stellar Professor Brandi Slaughter, all my classmates, and all the resources. Thank you.